stupid. I'm talking to these good folk down here. Oh, hello again. Nice to see you. Now then, this week we're back. Back from sunny Wales, the land of the two dragons, which I told you about last week. Me and our Mitchell got back a couple of days ago. So now we're back home. Weren't a little bad holiday in Wales. You know, I've been looking after Blodwyn, don't you? Yeah, me distant cousin. She's not better. Well, she's better, but she's still ugly. You know, not going over that. They said she was born on the wrong side of the blanket. They said she was born on the wrong pissing planet, in my opinion. You know, not interbred, that family. We don't talk about them much. Anyway, while we were there, we went to a wedding. Now, I don't know if I told you this last time. St. Kentigern's Church. My cousin Silas, well, it's her Blodwyn's cousin Silas. I don't know what this necklace is doing. It's trying to choke me. But Queen doesn't have their state opening in Parliament, does she? So, these are my summer diamonds, by the way. Because some are diamonds, and some are glass, and some are borrowed, and some are stolen. So we went to this wedding, St. Kentigern's. Now, like I said, it was my cousin Silas, distant cousin Silas, who was marrying Gwyneth. Now, we sat in this church watching. Well, let me tell you. When she walked down the aisle, I looked at her, limping, with a crutch, and I thought, she'd do better walk down the rifle range, that bitch. Ooh. Talk about scraping the barrel. I think they'd gone through the bottom or in the dirt. Mind you, beggars can't be choosers these days. You know what they say though, don't you, about weddings? Yeah? Well, it's a little bag, like having a packet of cards. A pack of cards is like a wedding. You start off with 2 hearts, and it leads to a diamond, and before you know it, you want a pissing club and a spade. But that's another story. So at this wedding, me and our Mitchell went. It was okay, it weren't too bad. Drawn down, I told you last time. We went to the do after. Blodwyn had done the catering. Ooh, I tell you what, there was some funny food there. I don't know if it was Welsh national dish. I've never had pig's trotters and onions before. We got wind that Blodwyn were looking for sherry. So me and our Mitchell had a full bottle, didn't we? So I said, right, you drink half, which he did. I drunk the other half, and then he pissed in the bottle and we put some Castrol GTX in it. Thought, that'll teach the bitch for stealing sherry. Sure enough, she comes over, grabs the bottle. Well, we laughed our heads off, me and our Mitchell, didn't we? We didn't laugh later on when we were eating our trifle and we found out she'd used the sherry to make the sherry trifle. So things do backfire on us, don't they? So when I got home, me and I had to take the car back to Joni because, you know, she's got an appointment. She only uses the car for her appointment to go over to Clitheroe to pick up a colostomy bags. Oops, sorry about that, Joni, if you're watching. Cat's out the bag now. Oh, shit's out the bag, whichever. So, as I was saying, took the car back to her. She was showing me videos of her on holiday in Fingermeola with this bloke who I thought was her husband, but I found it was an ex-punter. It might be an ex-husband or a soon-to-be ex-husband. Anyway, we had a good drink. You know, we ran out of Traitors Gate gin. There's never enough in one bottle. So we opened a bottle of Estee Lauder Youth Dew and swallowed that. I woke up with an awful headache. Anyway, I borrowed a car once more to go and pick him up, little Tarquin Keanu. You know, he's been at the David Beckham School of Football Excellence. Yeah, I told you that, didn't I? Yeah, of course, at Robin Hood Bay, to the side of the country. So we went picking him up. He's learnt so much while he's been there. He can dribble. He can take penalties. He can paint his nails purple. He cannot wear a sarong, which I nearly caught him doing, which was Mrs. Beasley's tablecloth. But I draw the line at that. He's still got his hair in a fin, blonde, parazoned, as I told you last time. And then to top it all, last night, I'm going to bed, I heard this bang on the door. I thought, if they're coming for money for Avon at this time of night, who was it? My mother-in-law. Now, I don't know if you know, but Jack, my other half, my husband, he's my 6th husband. The first 5 all died, and he won't. And as I told you last time, the first 2 died from eating poisonous mushrooms, which was a very weird coincidence. And the 3rd one died from a vicious blow to the back of the head because he didn't like mushrooms, that bugger. And I remember once we had one mother-in-law, she came, she wanted to stay at ours, she banged on the door, I opened it, Christmas Eve it was. She said, I've been kicked out, can I stay here? I said, of course you can, love, and I slammed the door in her face, thought, leave her on the doorstep. Anyway, this one, she's been thrown out of a nursing home that she's in, the Bidewee Rest Home for the Strangely Bewildered. The only maximum security twilight home in England. Went to pains to get her in there and get her a bed. Anyway, what's she been doing? Streaking. 79 streaking through the main corridor while all the men are sat there. Apparently the matron told me, she's phoned me, she told me. She said, I thought we was having a visit from the mother-in-law until the matron phoned. She actually said what's happened, she's been streaking and 2 old men have complained. One was sat there looking and she ran past and one says to the other, did you see that? And the other said, yes I did. He said, what did you think? He said, I don't know, but whatever it is, it wants ironing. Anyway, she's back. Oh, not again, worms. So anyway, she's the witchy poo. We've got her stopping with us now. We're going to have to make the loft up. I think I might chain her up the... Can't be doing with the me. Can't be doing with everything about her. Can't stand her face, I can't stand her voice, and I can't stand her extreme devotion to Elaine Page. That gets me. Anyway, Tarp and Keanu got him back, didn't we? Crying his eyes out because he fell in love with this little pet over there in David Beckham's. I don't know what they are, but we've been having this bloody parrot staying, this Brambles, who's going to get shoved in a stew that carries on squawking at 6 o'clock, stupid o'clock in the morning. So he wants a pet anyway. Neither. I took him to Bobby Usherwood's. I said, what pets have you got in? Well, short of a goldfish or a tarantula, which I don't think is a real tarantula. I think he's found it back and it's a daddy long legs. We got him this rabbit, lovely little thing. So I said, come on, you can have that. It's only cheap, £8. So we got this rabbit, taking it home. He said, in John's car. So what happens? Then it dies. I said, hang on a minute, we've only just got it. I said, I had one when I was young. I said, a little white one, tiny little thing, called it Snowball. And it grew, and grew, and grew, and grew, and eventually we called it Snowdrift. So I said, what do you mean? He said, well, when it dies, what will happen? I said, oh, well, it'll go to live with baby Jesus. I said, and we'll have a party to remember it with. We'll have a clown, and get all your friends round, and they can all remember your little happy rabbit, and we'll have a party, and put food on and that. So I carried on driving, he went quiet. I turned around, he was throttling the rabbit. So what are you doing? He said, can we strangle it now, Mum? That's the week I've had. Anyway, I've got acupuncture tomorrow, again, in my neck, which they're saying is this jaw pain, not teeth, Myrtle Clegg. It's acupuncture. This time she's getting a really big needle out. Can't stand this acupuncturist. She with the knitting needles that she's using. She smells like an open grave every time she lifts her arm up to go down back in my neck. Oh, mind you, I suppose. Needs must. Right, well I best crack on. I'm working at our bar today. If you don't know our bar, top end of Blackpool. It's my new day on a Thursday. So we're doing 3 o'clock through till the hour of 7. And it's play your cards shy. Right. Do come down. Tra!
If you find a girl to love, only one girl.